In this review, I'll be checking out the Anytrox wireless CarPlay adapter. This isn't your most conventional wireless CarPlay adapter. It also has the ability to stream YouTube, Netflix, and TikTok within its closed operating system. So if you're looking for wireless CarPlay functionality along with some video streaming support, this may be the adapter for you. Okay, so that's a brief summary. Let's check out what's inside the box. Okay, so here's what you get inside the box. You get a paper instruction manual. You get the wireless adapter itself. There is a 3M adhesive sticker to secure the adapter into your car interior, and there's a USB-C to USB-A adapter for more modern CarPlay ports. Looking over the adapter then, it has a tethered cable to a round case plastic design. There's a small little logo on top and status indicator light on the bottom there. There's no other pass-through ports or any other ports to mention at all on this adapter, so any updates will have to happen over the air, and because it is running a kind of Android system, updating might be a little bit more unavailable. It has a short tethered cable attached to it, which is quite rigid, so you might have to use that adhesive sticker if you need to bend it around into your car interior to secure it down in place. But other than that, it's quite lightweight. It's a little bit plastic. It definitely mirrors its low end value, but let's see how well it performs in the car. So I'll see you over there. Right, so we're in the Golf and we've got our Anytrox wireless dongle here ready to get plugged in. We're going to plug it into our CarPlay port down below and see how quickly it boots up. Now, okay, now we're into the main menu interface. That's rather quite long, so it's not going to be as fast as a wireless adapter is going to be, but there is obviously added functionality with this adapter in terms of its video playback. So it is sitting on kind of Android layer to enable that ability. So a bit like a closed CarPlay AI box, basically, this is. So let's dive in and see what it can do. So we've got CarPlay and video options here. You've got a side dock that you can go back. That's just like a multitasking section, and you can go home to the main menu as well. Can't really go back to the car system. You would think you would maybe hold that down or at least tap it from this screen. It will take you back. So you have to use your car system to come out of this section. These aren't tappable. Nothing else here is tappable. So we're going to start with CarPlay, and I'm into like almost like a software layer menu of wireless CarPlay functionality, just like AR boxes. We're going to go to the Bluetooth menu, look for the Bluetooth ID that's there, tap it, use for CarPlay. And we're into wireless CarPlay. Quite long, definitely longer than most wireless CarPlay adapters are. But again, you have to remember that it does have an extra functionality layer. The screen has dimmed slightly, annoyingly, because it has got a bit overcast right now. But we will carry on. Generally, this performs similar to, I'd say, the Autocast U2 Air, perhaps, that kind of generation. So it's not as rapid and 60 FPS as those dedicated adapters are, but again, you have to think like we are running through a sort of software layer like most AI boxes, so the behavior will be very, very similar. It's a little bit washed out as well, if I'm honest. It does take a while for touch input to get detected, so it's not going to be the fastest adapter out there, but it's good enough nonetheless. If you want to cut the cable, for example. Let's just see the animation sequence. Yeah, that runs quite smooth. And let's check out some audio. Well, here we are, back in the hot, muggy streets of New York. Yeah, so about 3 seconds delay, so quite significant, not the best. Let's do an audio quality test. Hi, this is Anthony from CarPlayLife.com. This is an audio test using the Anytrox adapter, and this is an audio test. Okay, so that sounded good to me. Using my microphone in the Golf, no extra gain used there. Happy with that. Let's do a call test. Hello? 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 Okay, so that's knocked out my phone whilst I called, but you could hear it back, and there is a bit of a significant delay. I would say about a second or two, so not significant, sorry. It's pretty much on average what you get with AI adapters and their call return delay. The extra delay you get in wireless CarPlay, added to the delay in the call, then that's going to make it a little bit more significant. So I would say about a second delay or more, just a fraction more in that delay, which is okay for casual talking. It shouldn't really give too much of a negative effect during calling. So that's CarPlay. Looks okay, performs okay, bit average, but just general standard of an AI box basically. So expect that, and that's what you're going to get. We're going to come out now and go into the other functionality, the main functionality, and that's the video. So we're going to tap this. And again, you can switch back to CarPlay fairly quickly, which is good. And you've got 3 of the main video streaming apps. You've got YouTube, Netflix, and TikTok. Speed clears any running apps that they need to run. And you've got settings, which we can go into. Very, very lightweight settings of the actual adapter here. It's detected the resolution and the uptime. And we can obviously connect to a wireless network. So we'll come out of that. These apps are now starting to display. So with all those apps requiring internet, let's get this online. So we're going to go into settings, and what G's have I got here? 4G. So we can do a wireless hotspot from my phone and see if CarPlay and that works at the same time. So we're going to go into network settings. The Wi-Fi is on. You can see our phone. And now we're connected to the Wi-Fi hotspot of my phone, and we can quickly just check if CarPlay is still working, because technically that should knock CarPlay out. Yeah, it has. So you can't really run both at the same time unless you're operating under a different Wi-Fi source. That might be possible. So we'll go into the video section. Oh, CarPlay's reconnected. We've probably lost video now and the internet. Yeah, Wi-Fi's turned off. We'll turn that back on, and we're back to our phone again. That's reconnected. We'll go into YouTube. It's updated the time. I don't know why it's in an orange symbol. It should be black. So we're going to add an account, our Google account, and get ourselves logged in.
A few moments later.
Right, so we've got ourselves logged in. We're into YouTube now. I'd say that the whole process was quite painstaking and quite lengthy because of the processing power on this adapter. Obviously, because it's a cheap adapter, you're going to get cheap parts, cheap CPU in there, and obviously that means it's going to be quite not that powerful. So keyboards take a long time to get up, text entry takes a while, the whole processing of the page on YouTube took a while to load up as well, and it's a little bit frustrating. Once you're in there though, and you've waited long enough and you're being a bit patient, you can see here it takes a while for not only the internet to work, and I'm on 4G here. It takes a while for like tiles to load in and things like that, and it's not a smooth, that bit smooth, but just a little bit clunky because of the processing power. We'll just do a talky bit in the video just to see what the audio lag is like. And not only the ID3, but it also qualified for the ID3, 4, 5, and 7. So just a fraction of a second out there, but it's definitely watchable. I'd say we're at 360p at the moment. We'll up that and see how well it can cope. Let's do our full resolution of this video. In this vehicle, and I thought it would be a good idea to check out. Yeah, it seems to struggle with a 1080p. How to operate wireless CarPlay. Frame rate is not that great. Not only the ID3, but it also qualified for the ID3, 4, 5, and 7. So I'd say the frame rate does struggle a bit at 1080p, and we can try stepping that down to 720. In this vehicle, and I thought it would be a good idea to check out how to operate wireless CarPlay and Android Auto in not only the ID3, but it also qualified for the ID3, 4, 5, and 7. I'd say it's not bad, but it's definitely not it's not processing those frames that great because of its low power. So okay for casual watching, but I'd say for dedicated watching, it might be a little bit frustrating to use. We'll just test out what actually that delay is. Yeah, it's in the 400 to 500 range, maybe in the late 300s, which is going to be okay for casual watching, but the lip sync there is going to take a little bit of a hit if you're going to watch it more dedicated on your CarPlay display. So that's YouTube. Let's go back to the main menu, all but slowly, and let's go into Netflix.
1 minute 37 seconds later.
Okay, and we're into Netflix. That's taken quite a considerable amount of time again to sort of process everything. Again, I'm on 4G, so it's going to be quite easy to get into that kind of content, but that's the kind of experience that you're getting from this kind of processor inside this adapter, which again is just very lightweight. You can see here it does struggle with the scrolling a little bit, but let's get into a video and see what the quality is like. Okay, so problems getting the video. What I'm going to do a best case scenario now. I'm going to connect to my home Wi-Fi. Can't provide internet. Really? Back on our phone because it's not like my home Wi-Fi, unfortunately. And we'll try a video again.
The overtake on Valtteri created this spark and this tension between the two of us.
That was committed, it was brave, it was brilliant.
Okay, so that's not too bad. Lip sync is not too bad, actually, better than YouTube as it always has been. And I'd say the quality is not great because it's coming from my 4G phone. I have problems with my internet from my home internet in connecting to this dongle, so I'd say this dongle is quite sensitive to the type of internet connection that you can give you. So if you've got a nice 5G signal that gets good speeds, then you probably have a much more better experience than I have right now. So that's Netflix. You can swipe on the screen to get that dock back in, to go home, back into video. Let's try TikTok quickly.
There are 10 powerful truths in life.
So we can scroll through the various videos, and it works as long as you've got a good internet connection. And that's TikTok in a nutshell, basically. Works well. You can go to Discover and things like that, and if you've got an account connected, then obviously check your messages, etc., and your For You section and things like that if you are a TikToker.
Guys, it's another day of Where I Live.
Okay, so that's all the video options there. You can obviously dump the memory there to make those apps run a little bit quicker. So that's the general video section of the adapter. So you've got wireless CarPlay and video mode, which obviously needs tethering. You can't run both together unless you're running CarPlay off your phone and video internet source is from your car Wi-Fi, for example, or a MiFi device or a different device that isn't streaming wireless CarPlay. That could work. So the Anytrox wireless adapter retails for $99.99, and you can apply a $25 coupon, take it down to $74.99. And I'll put links down below so you can learn more about this adapter, support the channel, and buy yourself one. Personally, if you're looking for a wireless adapter that does CarPlay and video streaming, this is not a bad adapter for its price, but you are getting a very low-end CPU in that adapter, so the experience is not going to be as good as, say, paying $50 to $100 more and get a more dedicated AI box that you can actually install other software onto. But if you are on a budget, the options are quite limited, and therefore basically you are restricted to low-end adapters or just not having that functionality at all and just sticking with a wireless adapter. So it really comes down to what you actually need on your CarPlay display. But this adapter from Anytrox is something I probably wouldn't recommend myself or buy myself. But if you are restricted on your budget, it's maybe something that might be a good match for you. So if that is the case, check out my links down below to learn a bit more about the adapter. But for me, I think I'll pay a little bit more and get something a little bit more robust and a little bit faster in the whole process. But hopefully we do see more adapters like these, because we've had the Autocast with the HDMI connection as well as having wireless functionality. It would be nice to see if this had Android Auto support as well, or actually ran off the Android Auto protocol, so the delay would be a little bit less. But it's nice to have the YouTube, TikTok and Netflix options on there. But at the end of the day, you are running a Android operating system inside this little adapter, and it's really crunching it on its low-end CPU. So if it had a little bit more RAM, a little bit beefier hardware, obviously that's going to up the cost. So it's a bit of a balancing act as to what you want to put your money down for and the experience that you actually want to get from it. Okay, that's it. So I hope you found this video helpful. If it has, give us a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about the Anytrox adapter. I'll try my best to answer them. You can support the channel by sending us a super thanks or buying me a coffee. Link is down below. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.